I'm sorry. Over here.
I'm here.
Good afternoon. This is cause number 2019-73995 in the interest of Jacob and Audrey Garza. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn and unmute yourselves. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Nafisa
Rachel
Bill.
Garza.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rachel
miss.
Garza, the mother.
Okay, and representing the state.
Evita Sharma, Your Honor.
All right, the court will note that the non-custodial parent Oscar Garza is not present. He was personally served on December 21st, 2021 at 1:12 p.m. at 4254 Gypsy Pops Drive in Pasadena, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
That is correct, Your Honor.
He was also given further notice of this hearing, this Zoom hearing by certified mail. Return receipt requested that was delivered. No, it was an attempted service that was not claimed. And he is not checked in today. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
That is correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. Before we begin, I would ask the court to take judicial notice of the final decree of divorce that was entered on January 16th of 2020.
Okay.
And yes, Judge, I would like to call Miss Rachel Garza.
Okay.
Miss Garza, are you,
Yes.
how is your child covered under health insurance currently?
Oscar Garza covers the family.
And he also covers dental insurance, correct?
Dental, vision, and medical.
And do you know where he currently works?
Saber Power Services.
And this coverage is through his insurance, through his employer, correct?
Correct.
And how many children are we here for? Just one, correct?
Jacob Garza and Audrey Garza.
Two children. And you're asking the court to order that he pay child support, current child support at $1,600 a month, beginning May 1 for both children?
Correct.
And does he have any children outside of this that he pays current support to or that live with him?
No.
And have you had a chance to review this order with the child support officer previously?
I have.
And are you asking the court to approve this order because it's in the best interest of your children?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
Do we know how much father's
Resources are, Judge.
making?
He
I'm
is
sorry?
making, let's see, Miss Garza, do you know how much your, the father is making?
Hourly,
Yes.
he was making 34 an hour. I don't know what that comes out to yearly, but I am aware that the child support would be more, but I would like to come to an agreement for 1,600. So it's not. I still want him to be able to be okay financially, and we've talked about that amount, and he agreed.
So based on what you're telling me, gross monthly resources would be roughly around 9,200, correct?
Correct.
And you both have an agreement, but he's not here today to agree to that, but you're asking the court to order 1,600 a month?
Correct, because he does make sure that they're covered, you know, with the insurance and yeah, 1,600 is what I would like to set it at.
Judge, I pass this witness.
Jamie Garza. Okay. All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Garza, you are excused from court. You're free to go.
Thank you so much.
This is cause number 2010-74216 in the interest of Isis Garza. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hand and unmute yourselves. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Maria Delgadillo, and I am Isis' mother.
All right, and for the state?
Kavita Sharma for the state.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Jaime Garza Jr. Mr. Garza was personally served. On March 3rd, 2021 at 2:06 p.m. at 12457 Janey Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
The court will proceed by default.
Yes, and I would like to ask that you take judicial notice of the prior order, the non-agreed child support review order for modification that was signed August 11th, 2015.
Hold on a second. August 11th, 2015. Okay.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Miss Lisa Livingston Edwards, please.
All right.
Miss Edwards, can you please state where you're employed?
You broke up. What did you say?
Where-
I couldn't hear you.
Sure. Please tell the court where you're employed.
The state of Texas.
And you
Attorney
work for
General's
the
office.
office. Thank you. And what is your position at the Attorney General's office?
Child support officer.
And do you conduct investigations and calculate child support and retroactive child support?
Yes.
Is this in compliance with the Texas Family Code?
Yes.
And have you calculated child support in this matter?
Yes.
What are your calculations?
Wait a minute. Ms. Delgadillo, you work for the Attorney General's office?
No, I do not.
Judge, this is Lisa Edwards Livingston. She's one of the child support officers. That's who's testifying.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear her state her name. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Edwards.
Jamie Garza Jr.'s gross monthly resources, $9,563.04. His net resources is $7,088.05.
And do you have a recommended child support amount for this case?
Yes, $1,420.
Are there any outside children that Mr. Garza is getting credit for?
No.
And do you have a recommendation for medical support?
Yes. The mother, Maria Delgado, she will carry the insurance through her employer, and she is paying for the child only monthly for medical, $195, and dad will reimburse her that amount. And also for dental insurance, $26 per month, and dad will reimburse her for that.
Thank you. Judge, I pass this witness.
Ms. Delgadillo, do you have any questions of Miss Edwards?
No, sir.
All right. May we excuse Miss Edwards, or is she going to testify in other cases?
She is excused for this case, Judge.
All right, you're excused for this case, Miss Edwards.
Thank you.
I would like to call Miss Maria Delgadillo next, please, Judge.
Okay.
Ms. Delgadillo, do you currently carry the health insurance and dental insurance through your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you agree with the amounts that the child support officer stated earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court to order that Mr. Garza reimburse you for those amounts of $195 for medical and $26 for the dental?
Correct.
And you agree to pay any uncovered health cost, half of what the other party does not pay, correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to set current child support at $1,420 beginning May 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And as far as court costs, if those are billed, who should pay those?
I'm sorry?
For court costs, if those are billed, who should be responsible for those, you or Mr. Garza?
Honestly, I wasn't aware of.
Ma'am, are you asking
Okay.
for Mr. Garza to pay for the court cost in this matter?
Sure. Yes.
All right.
Yes, thank you, Judge, and I pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Delgadillo, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Mr. Regla, you're handling the Smith and Habib matter?
Judge, that will be Andrea Eo. And I think
Yes.
we're trying to get the mom to connect.
Correct.
Ms. Eoff, you're handling that matter.
I
Correct.
will be handling it, Your Honor, but the custodial parent has not made it onto this Zoom yet, and we are trying to figure out how we can fix that.
All right, hold on a second. Who is handling the banks matter?
I am, Judge.
All right, hold on.
And Mr. Arnold Barrera will also testify on that one.
All right. It's minimized?
I should be behind probably over there.
It's too many here.
Let's put this one up here. Let's put this one up here. Go in the middle.
This one? Banks, okay. Banks, all right. All right, this is called number 2011-35946 in the interest of King Banks. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn and unmute yourselves, please. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Naficia Beal, mother.
And court will note that, and representing the Attorney General of the state of Texas,
Luis Regla.
court will note that Patrick Banks is the non-custodial parents. Mr. Banks appears that he was served under Rule 106 on June 8th, 2021 at 3:58 p.m. at 4019 Loft Square Place, Humble, Harris County, Texas. And he's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Mr. Regla?
That's correct, Judge.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. And just procedurally, I would ask the court to take notice of the prior order from May of 2018. And I'll call Mr. Arnold Barrera as a witness.
All right.
And sir, what's your full name, please?
Arnaldo Barrera.
And you work at the Attorney General's office?
That is correct.
You have training in line with the Texas Family Code in order to do calculations and investigations. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
You have a report for the court today as far as the income of the father in this case?
Yes. After my investigation for Mr. Patrick Banks, a monthly gross income of $3,813.33 after taxes and the pay and cost for medical and dental, net income of $3,102.64 with the proposed child support amount of $458, giving him credit for 3 additional children. Medical support should be $85 a month. Dental support would be $23 a month.
All right.
To
And Judge,
begin May 1st, sorry.
and Judge, I will pass this witness.
Ms. Beal, do you have any questions of Mr. Barrera?
No, sir.
All right. Can we excuse him, Mr. Regla?
Yes, Judge, please.
All right, Mr. Barrera, you're excused for this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge. And Judge, I also sent to the printer the State's Exhibit A, which is a financial activity report. Has that been printed by any chance?
Yes.
Okay. And Judge, I'll offer that as a financial activity report in this case and ask that it be admitted.
Ms. Beal, have you had an opportunity to look at that financial activity report?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any objections of me admitting this into evidence?
No, sir.
All right, State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. And now I'll call the mother as a witness.
Okay.
And you are Naficia Chicol Beal, the mother of the child King Carter Banks. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at this point in time, health insurance, Medicaid is in place for your child. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
However, you are able to carry dental insurance through your employer, and roughly it costs you about $23 averaged out per month. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You agree with the state the father should be ordered to pay guideline child support to you based on his income, $458 beginning May 1st, 2022.
Yes, sir.
And he should be ordered to reimburse you dental support at the same $23 a month, also beginning May 1st, 2022.
Yes, sir.
And he should be ordered to pay cash medical to the state of $85 a month beginning May 1st. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes, sir.
And that the court should take a judgment on the medical support arrears in the amount of $332.55 as of March 31st, 2022, payable at $50 a month to begin May 1st. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that the court should grant this modification, not just because the change in that the father is no longer helping you financially, but that we are now adding dental support, which was not included in the prior court order. Do you agree with that as well?
Yes, sir.
And you believe this modification is in the best interest of your child?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, and the non-disclosure doesn't have to do with this man, it has to do with someone else. Is that correct? The keeping your address of owner confidential has to do with another man, not this father. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so you're asking the court to allow you to continue to keep your address confidential in the court order as to those other third parties. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to approve of this default order?
Yes, sir.
Judge, with that, I will pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the orders submitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge. And thank you, Ms. Beal. You can disconnect now.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
Okay, who's handling the Hernandez matter?
I am, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, I can only see your hair. There we go. And unmute yourself, please. This is cause number 2010-46747. In the interest of Yasmin Hernandez, all parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name's Ricardo Hernandez Jr., and I'm her father.
All right, and representing the state?
Luis Redler.
Court will note that the custodial parent, Samantha Renee Merritt, is not present. She was personally served on August 11th. At 4:23 p.m. at 2401 North Alexander Drive, Apartment 8, Baytown, Harris County, Texas. What is that interference we're having there, Mr. Hernandez?
I'm not sure.
It isn't anything that you have on over there that's coming through?
Just my normal appliances. Oh, my missus just got home.
All right. Mother has not filed an answer. Is that correct, Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Judge, the mom has not filed anything.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. And I would just ask the court to take notice that there was a prior order in this case. Just a second, Judge.
September 27, 2013.
Yes, Judge.
Wherein he was ordered to pay child support in the amount of $600 a month.
Yes, Judge. And insurance was through his employer. Thank you, Judge. Judge, at this time, the state's going to abandon the request to take a judgment on the arrears because the balance remaining is less than 1 month of support. So I'm abandoning the request to take judgments and just proceeding on the modification.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the father now. And sir, you are Ricardo Hernandez Jr., the father of Jasmine Renee Hernandez, correct?
Yes.
The last time the court order was done in 2013, you used to be employed and you used to have health insurance for your child, correct?
Yes.
And that health insurance has now changed where now there is Medicaid, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And you have been unemployed for a long time, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Since when have you been unemployed?
Since the middle of October of last year.
And there is no kind of unemployment payments that you're receiving, correct?
No, sir.
Okay, so you have no income at this time?
No, sir.
Okay, so going forward, would you agree with the state that at the very least we should use minimum wage to calculate what you should be paying this mother for child support and the state for Medicaid? Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you agree to pay the state based on minimum wage, $57 a month for the Medicaid beginning May 1st?
Yes, sir.
And pay the mother $217 for child support, also beginning May 1st?
Yes, sir.
And even though you're not actually working, you are going to pay those amounts. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you have no objection to the mother knowing where you live or work?
No, sir.
When you do start working there? Okay. And there's no reason why the court should prevent you from knowing the mother's address or phone number. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And are you asking the court to grant this default order?
Yes, sir.
And you believe this default order is in the best interest of your child?
Yes, sir.
And so you don't live in Harris County, correct?
No, sir. I live in Waller County.
Right. And you are going to look for and try to find some employment as soon as possible?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'll pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hernandez, you can disconnect now.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Eoff, do we have our witnesses?
No, sir.